Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll pick up the action back in the second quarter. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal.
Yeah, here we go. Right there,
Williams. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys will add to their lead at the end of the half. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. His fourth total score of the game. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Williams on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Evans now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That's Pickens with a catch outright. Decent game here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he'll be brought brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. The handoff for Williams, running left. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. He gets the handoff. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game. As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Duvernay on the return. Brushes him off with ease. This makes it up to the 25. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. That score pushed the deficit to 24, so every opportunity to chip away at it important as they take the field. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying grounded with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working from the gun, Williams. Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. It really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And on that last... he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Blue running to the right. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
They fake the hands off. Now Prescott. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. The middle, Blue. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Into traffic, complete. And he will not score. Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer saw that last play a little differently. He is challenging the ruling on the field. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air. In any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
Brian Schottenheimer continuing to plead his case, but to no avail. That play is going to stand. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Prescott to sneak it. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. So no luck in that final yard, Brock. They simply lost that battle up front. Didn't get the push they needed.
Yeah, give some real credit to that group defensively, right? It is just right off the jump. Who creates that surge, that pad level? Defense got the job done.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a 3rd down. It's your own 1.
And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Cowboys keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our 2nd half.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st down. Here's Swift. And his charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up
out of the gun. Here's Williams. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks is what's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Williams from the gun. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops. This game, he just continues to make catches count in this second half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
On the give, it's Blue. And he will be stopped now, but lots to like about that effort.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Here we go. 26.
Dak off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Searches from the pocket. Throw left is intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And the Bears are going to have it after the season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. Jukes the defender. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake, Williams. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears parlay the interception into points. You can't blame him for biting on that play action, Brock. Down at the 1-yard line, you're expecting it to be a run, which made that pass play the perfect call.
Show those defenders what they want to see, what they're expecting to see. So when they give them that good old run fake and pull it back, it is touchdown offense.
Thanks so much for that look around the league, Scott. Now let's turn our attention back to this one as we get set to begin our 3rd quarter. Turpin with a return. Jukes one defender. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So Coach Brian Schottenheimer sending his Cowboys offense back to the field. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got another. That could put this just too far out of reach. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
3rd down run with Blue. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. And he busts those tackles.
He puts everything behind this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex. Right? They flip through their call sheet. They just call whatever's on it. Then there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run... possession of the play action right off of it, and you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bears about set for their next possession. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive is going to begin with a run by Swift. Takes out a one-stop, and they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st down, Williams. Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Cowboys territory.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the 4th at a massive deficit. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. They set up the screen here to Swift. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Donovan Wilson picks it up.
Yeah, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Blue. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Here's 2nd and 5. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Prescott here from the gun. That is caught. He's got Lamb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Dak to the air here. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Play action, Prescott. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's second down coming up.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll run the toss to Blue. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Prescott now to throw on third down. That's caught for the first. And they take him down right along the 30. All right, all set up now. First and 10. Handoff running left. It's Blue. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. All right, here we go. Second down.
A loss of 2. Brings up second down. At the Bears' 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
For Jake Ferguson.
No connection on the last play, and out third down.
Third down and 11.
Dak now from the gun. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
To fourth down, brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And they're unable to that lead. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
He's got more once again. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 14 yards. That's another.
From the red zone now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Savannah Level with the pick. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. Run this with Blue. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on that next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. Here he goes on the bootleg. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears will take first interception of our season. First down throw by Williams. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it appears that the Bears were able to get balls on that one, so they're keeping the football. So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Williams will look to throw. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Brings up third down.
Third and long for him here. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, it's time coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. And let the cover guys go shut it down.
Desperation time here. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears making the scoreboard look a touch better. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Cowboys managed to recover the football. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay. Things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. They show you right there. When they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Catch made over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the Bears' 27-yard line.
Corum straight ahead. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
TJ Edwards on the tackle. A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun is Prescott. He put everything he had into this. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Cowboys continue piling it on here in the fourth. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. Better, no complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. To throw, Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. And he could have a free play here. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard.
Williams to throw on first. Finds the in route complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
That's another Bears.
Working inside the red zone. Williams hit, and that ball's out. And this is going to be Cowboys football. And they can't call the return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Ball at the 33 for first down. He'll start on the ground, Coral. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Second down run by Coral. Across the 45 and still going. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Dallas. They're going to pass it here. He's trying to push the field. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bears are stopped on a return on the final play of this game. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Chicago.
I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, my confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get it clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, no treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest out, he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness.
club, we've been mobbing all day. On some Dino, VIP stats. Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snapping their fingers, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game, I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it, she said the pool palace. Straight from Bankhead, I said you're good at it. What you do, you and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can see him too.
Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey,
Chillin' in the bill. Yeah, we getting bottles in again. Up the put it in the air. I'm throwing up the let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't that mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it. In the A time.
and if you ain't know,
This is how it goes down.
hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here. If I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men that been to jail before? Whoa. And all them other cats you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bumps, right? They gonna click. Now I'm 1-1. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, right? Slim, so watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you. That's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft for the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you they got walk. Unless you're trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When nobody burn out. Sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth. I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best. But it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold up. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold up. Big baller. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold up. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold up. Street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. It's got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. It's got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Come on. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Y'all can do now.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters. Without the IR at the end, the reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creek with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than my 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody.
Fall is in the air and not a moment too soon. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3. Lots to get to this week. We'll start at Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on the Cowboys. And this is C.D. Lamb. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Cowboys have now won 2 in a row after losing the opener. They get the victory here. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Denver Broncos. And it's the second-year quarterback, Bo Nix. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The Broncos are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions. And look who's getting involved in the passing game, Derrick Henry. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hansen in Orlando, good night from all of us at EA Sports.
Lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here.
One of their best defensive backs is coming off a stellar performance. Those in the organization already know he's a star. A repeat of his last game will let the rest of the league know it too.
Run it down. The sun is up. So run it down. Get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. You're healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't have but the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got rich doing that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the hit a load of a the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch and the pain to see them hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we give. And sure everything come up full circle. We're from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running and with nothing to stop it, defeating the neighborhood, bruh. There ain't a person alive that be matching the vibe, and honestly ain't even fair. There ain't a do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up. The sun is up. To run it down. Get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to when shut it down. Working for real, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Church. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, ain't nothing that come above. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab a then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency, stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bruh, so what are we lacking? I could point it out, so much that's around. Better settle down, no point doing that. Or they send the hounds, bite me in the, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, culture carried down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change up the story. Find me at work in the morning, find me where people are mourning, man, cause death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, dog, you act like an animal corner. Savage is speaking a language, y'all, you don't understand, you a foreigner. But nobody needs an advantage now, we needed some balance and order. But you know that's never the case, never a chance that they're changing their ways. It's never a choice that they're giving to you, there will never be justice to face. We sing for the sorrow and dance for the pain. No one to follow, it's just you and me. I swear that it's coming, we starting today, but we'll wake up tomorrow and things are the same. Damn.
sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse. Swoon baby girl, I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers. Bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the ones Chris Webber calling time out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. Peep it style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one and I thank God. He's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. He's so good. He's so good. B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl, I wear out of a stretcher. She be like,
bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out. Bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed. Heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the brick. Talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, they I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna beef, better bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out. Hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out. Front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out. Front yard yelling, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out. Front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out. Oh!
they count running out the gangs, oh yeah. But they don't running out the lanes, oh yeah. The gangs, oh yeah. Give me a T, then give me the E, then give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give him the key. And it's only me. Wait till they give me a team. 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 They wanna scheme. There's no one to see. And she want a team. And she want a team. She want a team.
Y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk outrageous. Hold up. Don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch my savior. Hold up. Giving that touch with my hater. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding away but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? This what you don't wanna see more. You wanna see more, but you wanna see sore. Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed. The bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Hold up, y'all gotta pardon my taste. Hold up, y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up, we
AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. On the visiting sideline, you see head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys off to a slow start, 1-2, following the loss last week. On the other side, you've got the Cowboys head coach. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
A gain of 3 brings up second down. A second down throw for Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. From the gun, it's Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Peyton Turner. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion goes Dobbs. He'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Try again. It's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Love. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Love. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Throwing on second down, Love. He's got it at the 3, and he'll take it on in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his second touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench
for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Now, Mike, he's coming off a game where his touchdown-to-interception ratio wasn't exactly ideal. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters in this league is wins and losses. He was able to escape with the win, and that's all that matters when it's all said and done. But having said that, he has to play a cleaner game, not only today, but going forward if his team ever wants to get to the level that they think they can play.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play fake. Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And third down coming up.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receivers saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
First catch of this one for the man leading the league in receiving yards in the first month. He's got a first down as well. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On the ground, here's the rookie who played in-state at Austin. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
On third down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, it's Robinson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 34. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And the Packer first down.
We'll go play action with Love. That one's caught. That's Matthew Golden. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Here's Love. Work in the middle, that's Kraft. He's got it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
For the Packer field goal. A 44-yard.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. That man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. He'll try to establish some tempo. As they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On the ground, this is Williams. Williams, 1st down, and he's not done. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. What a run by Williams. 37 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
He'll throw complete to Blake Corum, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 10-3 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Second quarter, Cowboys possess the football as they've got it starting 3rd down and 2. Pistol now for Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? You pooch it, you kick it out the back of the end zone, and I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result.
Got it.
Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Deron Bland. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The head man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
Gain of 12. First down, Green Bay.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
To throw is Love. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Osa Odigizua. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key 3rd downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take 5. Go to 54. Why?
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Williams. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. That'll be good for 11 yards, still short of the 1st down marker, and 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating separating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll go right back to Tolbert. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott pushed out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On the play fake, Dak. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal for the moment. There is a flag on the field. This one is coming back. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll throw again. Dak. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down. Cowboys.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it. And not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
They face 2nd down and 7. Prescott now. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey.
For the Cowboys
This
field goal.
about as short as you can get.
25-yard attempt.
Another one through the upright. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Cowboys get 3 here late in the first. Half to take the lead. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Packers offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's 2nd and inches.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Golden. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Packers.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Cowboys are going to come away with the football. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
He's going to run it, and he's going to be close to the first down. Just a yard short on the line to gain, so that'll bring up third and short yardage.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
Third and short. Prescott. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Cowboys. First and 10.
The throw is down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On third down, Prescott. He's got that complete to Turpin. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Fourth down.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys is going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
On first and 10, here's Love. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
Pickup brings up second down.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Third down. 3 to go. Here's Love. That one hot. He finds Golden. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA
Our
Sports
trip around the
halftime
NFL
report.
starts now. It begins in Kansas City. The Chiefs at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of last year's Week 1 season kickoff game. And this is Patrick Mahomes. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The Chiefs get back to 500, 2 up, 2 down as they get the victory at home. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We're looking on the Rams as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And it's the veteran Matthew Stafford. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Rams win it by a field goal, 24-21 the final score. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara. The 49ers hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And it's Travis Etienne. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Jaguars get back to 500 at 2-2 with the road win. With that, a look here at the rest of the scores from around the NFL here in Week 4. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. On the return, here's Turpin. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. That man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Play fake. Prescott on the move left. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 36 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. This one is caught by Turpin. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Williams, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. Past the 40. Still going. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Packers. So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
On play action, Luck. And this is caught. So it's 8 points. Wait, what a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown, and they tack on 2 more for good measure. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The head man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Prescott. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And he'll be out of bounds inside inside the 30-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
First and 10. Go play action. It's Prescott. Forced out wide. He runs with it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Left side, caught by Lamb. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
The 13-yard line.
On the give, it's Williams. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive and some points.
Play action now. Prescott. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his fourth touchdown of the year. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys have taken a 4-point advantage. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down. Love to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Osa Odigizua. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to fourth down. From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Prescott. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Lucas Van Ness. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home. I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
The Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A gain of 15.
It's the tight end Crab in motion. Not much there, maybe a yard. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he will score. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. McManus on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
22.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the play fake. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he's out of bounds, close to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 15. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Now it's Williams. And a good run there. He'll get him 5 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarter?
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker.
Intercepted.
And the Packers will take over here just past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 9.
Brings up second down. At the 32.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
The coverage by Devon Clark.
From the gun, it's Love. To the outside, it's brought in by Golden. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's first and 10. Jacob will get it to start the fourth quarter. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Packer first down.
Love to throw it on first down. This is taken in by Dobbs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second down. At the Cowboys.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Love. This one is caught by Reed. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
4 yards. It's now fourth down.
Oh, that is terrific.
The Cowboys take
Out
over
of bounds. The 5-yard line. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's first and 10. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
That is on the 7-yard line. Brings up second down.
Pistol now for Prescott. Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A big one here in the fourth quarter. 65 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Packers' 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Third and goal for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
A 24-yard attempt.
His kick is good. He got it. That evens the score. Quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Love. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
To throw is Love. We're trying to set up the tight end screen. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Packers.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And
on first down, it's Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
16 yards.
One of the tight ends motions right. Here's Jacobs. And a short pickup down inside the 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
They'll throw here on 3rd, and he is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to take the lead here in the 4th.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy up. Set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Dak going to throw it here on first down. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Williams gets it on the draw. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Second down, Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And at this point, there's just really no reason to not just continue to target him. He's been running free all game long, and you can see the numbers. They bear that out. It's evident right from the start that they were going to look his way early and often, and I think it turned out to be a pretty good game plan.
They'll drop to throw, and he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Again, Prescott to the air. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
10 yards to go.
They'll throw again. Dak. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is on target, and they have tied things up here in the final minute.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
The Packers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Here's Jacobs. This game level following the made field goal. They need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10.
The tackle made by Malik Hooker. A gain of 13 yards.
Love firing to Golden.
Love's pass. Complete.
2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete to Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
To Josh Jacobs.
This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
DeMarvion overshown on the coverage.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's caught downfield. Stops. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to win the game. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. The kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Arlington.
I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, my confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness.